Hello everyone. In this video, I will be discussing Dante and his influence during the Renaissance. The Inferno was written near the start of the Renaissance in the 14th century. The reason why Dante's work stood out from the others during his time was that he wrote in Italian, also known as the vernacular or common people's language. This is special because usually only Latin-speaking upperclassmen were able to read books. So when printing was first introduced to Italy in the 1400s, this was a big change because a whole bunch of writers who were possibly unknown before, like Dante, were gaining recognition as more copies of their works were being distributed. Since Dante wrote the Divine Comedy in Italian, or the vernacular, his ideas spread quickly. One of his most influential ideas was his depiction of the devil. Before the Inferno, Satan was viewed as an evil, powerful, deceptive being who wreaked havoc whenever he felt like it. This shows up in the Bible, in the first epistle of Peter, verse 5, line 8, where he says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." So Satan was usually depicted as manipulative and animal-like. In this first painting, Satan is clearly shown to be some type of inhuman creature. The artist painted him to be grotesque, with different animal parts like his bat wings, fangs, and goat horns. His deception is shown by how he manipulates the clergyman. This next detail of a painting shows the devil to be even more animal-like than the last one. He's seen here displaying his power by wielding a spear. Satan was also usually depicted as having the head of an animal, usually either a pig or goat. Here it's a combination of the two, which really shows his brute, animalistic nature. So now we're going to fast forward to Dante's description of Satan. We get a pretty gruesome picture of him in Canto 34, lines 52 to 54, when Dante says, "With 6 eyes he was weeping, and down 3 chins dripped the tears and the bloody slobber." Basically, Dante describes Lucifer as a suffering, weeping, slobbering mess stuck chest deep in ice. Compared to how he was described before, he doesn't sound very intimidating or powerful. These next 2 pictures are illustrations from early manuscripts of the Inferno. The first picture is a pretty spot-on illustration of how Dante describes Satan. He's pictured here with his 3 different colored heads. He's also chewing on Judas, Brutus, and Cassius, whom Dante believes are the worst sinners in hell. The next picture I find to be the most important because it illustrates what the 9th circle looks like. It's a barren, icy wasteland filled with traitors stuck in the ice. The biggest traitor of them all, the devil, is drawn to be idly waiting in the ice. Basically, he's just suffering with the rest of the sinners in hell. After the Inferno became widely accessible to Italian speakers, Dante's ideas consequently became quite popular. There was now this new perception of the devil. Instead of Satan depicted as powerful and manipulative, he was started to be shown suffering. The Inferno influenced people to believe that Satan was perhaps not the biggest threat, because he was stuck down in hell with the rest of the sinners. So that's pretty much all I have to say, and thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something.